Hi everyone, I'm Belle. Welcome to my channel. We do unboxings, makeup reviews, a little bit of crafting, some pet content, a lot of gaming. Whatever else comes up, I do get ready with me's, and there'll be a lot more of those this year, or this month. The first Friday of every month, I always do a product roundup to go over all of the new products I got to try the month before, and that's what we're doing today. We're also announcing the winner of the April giveaway today, and we're adding the first item to the May giveaway. So when we come to that, I will let you know how to enter. So as always, we are starting with skincare. We don't have as much skincare as we normally have. This actually is going to be a little bit shorter than it normally is. All right, so starting with skincare, and I've been kind of generous with what we call skincare. The first item I'm reviewing is Garnier's Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. We got this in our Walmart beauty box, our quarterly Walmart beauty box. And this is supposed to be, it's kind of a combination of some sort of oil and a very, very clean water. It's an all-in-one waterproof makeup remover. It even removes waterproof mascara, it says. I have tried this, and let me tell you, this is the best makeup remover I have ever used. I don't use it often because honestly my makeup wipes work just fine, but if they don't take off the mascara, which there are several mascaras that are not removed by any makeup wipe, this will do it. It's very gentle on the skin. I love it. I rate it an absolute 10 out of 10. Will buy again. So that was a good one this month. Up next, we have an item that I believe came in our, I want to say Allure beauty box, but I'm not entirely sure, but it came in one of the beauty boxes. And that is Skin & Co.'s Truffle Therapy Face Toner. It is a face toner that has truffle in it. I still don't know what truffle does for the skin because it doesn't clearly say. This is supposed to be a purifying formula for all skin types. I will say this is a very gentle toner, which is nice. However, it smells like truffles. Truffles have a very earthy smell. That's not necessarily a smell that I want on my face. It does dissipate quickly, and I have kind of gotten used to it. I do really like this toner if I'm going to be using a lot of moisturizers on top, because it is very gentle, and it's nice when I'm not wearing a real heavy makeup, you know, and I don't want the makeup to absorb in my skin. I just want the moisturizer to. This is a good one for it. If I'm wearing a heavier makeup like I am today, I want a little bit stronger toner because I really want to make sure there is no oils, nothing on my skin to be trapped by the makeup. And this doesn't quite get as much off as like the April Skin or a new toner I just got, and I've only tried once, seems to be doing a slightly better job. But it's not bad. If you don't wear heavy makeup, if you just want something that is gentle but is going to activate your face to let your moisturizer soak in a little bit more, or if you want something to use at night before you do your nighttime skin routine, this is great. I'm going to say 8 out of 10 because it's good. It's just for as much makeup as I wear, since I do a lot of makeup videos, it's not quite strong enough for what I want. So there's that. This month I chose to add the Dew of the Gods Nitro Caffeine Retinol Under Eye Patches to my Ipsy BoxyCharm. I chose to add the Dew of the Gods Nitro Caffeine and Retinol Under Eye Pads to my BoxyCharm. This was an add-on. You get 10 in here. They're 15-minute sessions. I will be honest, I don't notice them doing a damn thing. It feels like basically I'm putting adhesive tape on my face that comes off without leaving residue, and I don't notice a difference after using them. So I don't know. I would not get these again. I am going to try to put a couple in the refrigerator and see if that does something, but I haven't done that yet. But I've worn them probably 4 times, and not once have they done a damn thing. So I'm going to say 2 out of 10, not worth your money. I did, however, get sent the Celor Gold Under Eye Mask as a trial for TikTok. And these definitely have something on them, like you can see when you open them, They're like floating in whatever substance puts on your eye. And I have tried putting these in the fridge and putting them on. Makes a huge difference in the morning. With these, my eyes still get pretty watery, which is a normal thing for me in the morning. These, they don't. I prefer these by far. Do they magically fix the under eye bags of a 42-year-old woman? Nah, not quite. It depends on what eye cream I used the night before. If I use my Skin Fix eye cream, they don't fix everything. If I use my Gold Faden, I'm good. The Gold Faden under eye cream the night before, these out of the fridge in the morning, my eyes look so fresh. It's wonderful. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if they worked with any. They worked without anything, but they're still really good. Highly recommend. Keep them in your fridge because that does make a huge difference. Also in my Ipsy Boxy Charm, I got the Tula Skincare 24 Ultra Hydration Triple Hydra Complex Day and Night Serum. I love the container. It is so cute, and this part is, it changes color in the different lights, and yeah, I like that. It's really easy to open. There's no cap or anything, which I like because I tend to lose caps. You just twist it open, squeeze, twist it close. As far as it being a moisturizer, it's perfectly fine. It says it has probiotics and superfoods. I will be honest, I don't notice this doing any more or any less than any other moisturizer I use at night. It's perfectly fine. It's good. I'm happy to continue to use it. When I am finally and completely out of skincare, which God knows when that's going to be since I get sent so much of it, I would probably consider buying this one again, especially because price-wise it's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and rate it an 8. It's perfectly suitable as a nighttime moisturizer. It's not real thick, it's not real thin, it just gets the job done. Okay, continuing on, we have the P. Louise Lights Out. This thing kind of confused me. It says it's a nighttime serum, but it also says it's a primer. I have not used it as a nighttime serum because when you put it on, it's tacky, and I don't like tacky things when I go to sleep. That, and I have enough nighttime skincare, thank you. I have more than I can use. I have, however, been using it as a makeup primer, specifically on my eyes before I do the P. Louise eyeshadow. This is a fabulous primer. As an eye primer, dare I say, this is better than my Smashbox Photo Finish. I have not said that about anything ever. I love this as an eye primer. I haven't really used it as a full face primer, again, because I'm very, very happy with the one I use. But this is now my go-to eye primer, which means I'm gonna say it's a 10 out of 10. That may not be what its intended use is, but it works really well for me, and it smells halfway between watermelon and bubblegum. So it's got a really cool smell. So that's a great item. Oops. Okay, one of the items I was most excited about is my Beauty Boost from Ipsy Boxy Charm, and it is the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. I love Japanese culture. I love everything Japanese. Indigo is one of my favorite plants that I really want to work with as a witch. So I was so excited to get this, and it's got a little golden scooper thing. You can see I have definitely been using it. Unfortunately, while it is a good nighttime repair cream, it definitely does lock in the moisture and serums you put on under it, and it keeps that all night. It's very thick, like off-puttingly thick, and it still has residue there in the morning, so it doesn't completely absorb into your skin. I was so disappointed because I have heard so much about Tatcha, and Indigo. I was so excited to see what it was going to do to my skin. I was hoping, because I have so much red skin, I was hoping that the Indigo might reduce that a little bit. It does not. I don't know why I was hoping that. I mean, nothing on there said that it would. Is it soothing? Yeah. It's just so damn thick and it does not absorb, and you wake up with its residue on your skin. And I don't like waking up with residue on my skin. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to rate this a 4 out of 10. I will not buy this again. I will use it till it's gone, but I would not recommend it. Would you believe we're almost at the end of skincare? There's only 3 products left. I know, there's really not much in there. Okay, so I did get the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Brightening Eye Gel Cream. It's this big. This was in my Allure box as one of the items, and it's this big. Now I know, you don't need a lot of eye cream. I get that. I am still using the last bit of the Gold Faden full-size eye cream I got in November. I've got enough left to probably get me through May. This, however, wasn't even completely full. There was enough in here for 2 uses. There is no way you can tell if something works after 2 uses. So I don't actually have an opinion on this because they did not give us enough to actually test it. It smells fine. It felt soothing on my eye, but like I said, 2 uses is not enough to tell if something's good or bad. So I got no idea. And because of that, this sample gets a 0 out of 10. I can't judge something if you don't give me enough of it to judge, and I had to pay for this damn thing. So it's the first thing that goes in the trash. It actually goes right next to the trash because I missed the trash can that's literally right here. Alright. I have tried the brand Yensa before. I got it as a sample size foundation and found it to be very, very runny while also being really, really thick coverage. Like, it covered up every freckle I have, but it's super runny, and I didn't like that. So I did not have super high hopes for the Yensa Luxe lip oil that we got. I will say it smells and slightly tastes like watermelon, which is not a negative. So it's a very summer forward product, and it does moisturize my lips. I use it at night when I go to bed. It's a tacky moisture, and it's gone before Wolf comes to bed. Like, I typically go to bed between 10 and 11. He goes to bed between 12 and 2. So even if I go to bed at 11, which is the latest I go to bed, and he comes to bed at 12, this is gone by the time I wake up to kiss him goodnight. So yeah, it moisturizes. It's not long lasting, so it's not worth the money. So 4 out of 10. I will keep using it until it's gone. I will not buy it again. And this is now the second Yensa product I'm not impressed by, which means one more and I'm done. Last product is one that I got as a sample in exchange for a TikTok review, and that is Centillion 24's Medeca Cream. It's supposed to be a time reverse. It is a moisturizing cream, and this is, to me, my ideal moisturizing cream. It's thick enough that it feels like a lotion. It smells just fine. And it absorbs completely into your skin, which I really like. And this is one of the 3 that I use before I put on makeup. I use this one if I'm not planning to put on much of a foundation, if I just, want my skin to be the feature. And it does a great job of giving me beautiful, shiny, moist skin before I just do the bare minimum makeup. So since I've been wearing lighter makeup going to work, this has been getting a workout. I like it. I will buy this again. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really nice moisturizer. I would not use it with a very heavy full coverage foundation because this is it's lotion. So it's a thicker product. So if you put this on your skin and then you put a very full coverage, thick, like my Tier foundation, it makes your skin look cakey. So it doesn't work under full coverage. It works really good under light coverage or no foundation. So this pairs exceptionally well with my Patrick Ta. Would you believe that's all the skincare I have? Well, let's move on to hair care. I'm gonna tell you, most of the stuff I'm about to review, y'all have not heard me talk about yet. Some of it was stuff I got as a try it before it's available for purchase, that it has gone live now so I can talk about it. And a couple of them were items I got in previous months that I finally got around to testing out. First is the Paul Mitchell Bond RX treatment. It's a like skincare mask, but it's kind of also a conditioner. So you wash your hair with your shampoo, you use your normal conditioner, and then you put this on, leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes and wash it out. Paul Mitchell is an excellent hair brand, so it should be not surprising at all. This is a good product. It makes your hair soft. It's definitely helping, as I got to, I put a lot more product in my hair this month that I was trying, and this really helped it not tear my hair up. I used a lot more heat on my hair than normal this month. This helped it not get as damaged. I've been a Paul Mitchell fan in the past, but I've never had the opportunity to buy it, but I love it when my hairdressers use it on me, or when I've stolen it from my mom back when she was alive, because she bought the good stuff and I would. So this, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. It's really nice. I like it. If I could afford it, I would continue to use it, but it's, honestly, I'm not going to buy a second conditioning treatment if I'm already buying shampoo and conditioner. So I probably won't buy it again, but I'll nostalgically walk past it in the store and wish that I could afford it. All right, up next is something I got January in my Allure box, I think, and that is the Olaplex No. 9 Bond Protecting Nourishing Hair Serum. I wanted to know how this worked differently than the No. 6, so I waited until I had completely used up the No. 6 before I started using this. It does the exact same thing, as far as I can tell. Again, it protects your hair, it strengthens those bonds, so your hair's not going to break when you're brushing it or blowing it dry or styling it or putting it up or all of that stuff. The difference between this and the No. 6 is the No. 6 is a cream, whereas this is very serum-y. It's like a thick syrup. I know it's absorbing into my hair better than the cream, but I don't feel like it's like wrapping around my hair to protect it as well as the cream. So I like the No. 6 better, but this isn't bad. So I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. If you have to pick one, go with the No. 6. Continuing along Olaplex, I got the opportunity to try a brand new product from Olaplex, and I did post my full review on it yesterday, because yesterday was the first day we were allowed to talk about it on our social media. And that is the Olaplex No. 5 Fine Shampoo and Conditioner. I got the set. This is specifically designed for people with fine hair, and I have baby fine hair. It's designed to strengthen it, of course, and also to help your scalp so that you lose your hair less, so that your hair stays longer. It's also designed to really strip off more of the product, because fine hair is so easy to get weighted down with using product. This product is designed to pull that stuff off, so you start with a fresh canvas every time. And as far as that, it's the No. 4 Fine and the No. 5 Fine. The shampoo is 4, conditioner is 5. As far as that goes, it absolutely does its job. It is the first shampoo and conditioner I have ever tried designed for fine hair, and I can absolutely tell when I get out of the shower that my hair does not have anything on it. It is fully cleaned off, but it's still nourished and moisturized, but not too heavy. I did actually blow it dry today to try to get some volume, but I'm not a big hair person, so I purposely kind of blow my hair dry in such a way that it lays flat on my head. But I can see where this would provide more volume, and it is a little bit bouncier and softer. However, right before I got this, I had done a semi-vivid hair dye where it's a very, very dark purple, almost black. I put it over a dark brown salon hair dye that was just growing out, and I just had too many grays. So my hair was supposed to look black with a little purple shine to it. This strips out color. It absolutely, I left my hair long enough. I wore Vivids for 3 years. I only stopped wearing Vivids about 6 months ago. So I'm very familiar with Vivid hair care, how long Vivids are supposed to last, all of that. This strips out Vivid hair color. My hair is back to brown with a little bit of purple left at the roots. That was not something that they told us about in the education, and we had a full live education on this. It is not something that was mentioned. It was not something that on the back says, warning, do not use with Vivids. It needs to. Like, there needs to be something on the box saying not color safe, because it is absolutely not color safe shampoo. It is excellent if you have, like, it's not stripping out the salon brown from underneath. And while yes, that's my natural hair color, trust me, from here down, all of my hair is bleached. So any brown you see is salon added, not natural. My Vivid has probably only grown out to about here. The rest of it is dyed. It is not stripping out the salon brown. It is absolutely stripped the Vivid completely, except for a little bit at the top. Because of that, I got it rated a 6 out of 10. Had they said so, I still would have used it, but I would have expected, you know, this. That was so disappointing to have just put this hair color in, to have loved this hair color, and lost it so quickly. I wish I had known. If I had known, I would rate them 10 out of 10, but since they did not, I gotta knock them down. I'm sorry. If you're gonna strip color, you need to tell people. So, but if you don't have Vivid color, it's a great product. So there, just take that into account. All right, I've got 2 more. In the Walmart box, I got the Philip Kingsley Bodybuilding Shampoo. I did get to try this twice, which there's enough in there to do about half of my head of hair left. It's a Walmart shampoo. It's a nice Walmart shampoo, but it's a Walmart shampoo. It works. It gets your hair clean. It doesn't get everything out. It leaves some residue. It's fine. It says it's for fine, limp, or flyaway hair types. It did not make my hair any less fine, any less limp, or any less flyaway. It's on par with the Garnier Nutri pink stuff that I use forever. At 5 out of 10, it does its job. And it's cheap. Okay, up next is the Szechuan Styling Cream that I got in Birchbox. No, not Birchbox. I don't do Birchbox. BoxyCharm. I've never used a styling cream. A styling cream, I guess, as far as I can tell, is kind of like a mousse, but it's like less crunchy. And this is the 3rd time I've used it, and you can see my hair is holding a curl. My hair does not hold curls. I have spent my entire life, I will curl my hair, and by the time I get from leaving my house to wherever I'm going, even if it's only 15 minutes away, it's gone. This holds a curl. Now, it actually held the ringlets until I ran my fingers through it, and there's still a little bit of ringlets in it. I am a fan. I would like to keep this on my hair shelf so I can actually have curly hair when I want to. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. So 10 out of 10, this is fabulous, and it does not leave your hair crunchy. Okay, through the platform that I get to try things before they are available, they had 2 hair things this month, and I was very lucky to get chosen for both. I wish this one had come before the Olaplex though. This is the L'Oreal Vitamino Color Spectrum Serum. This is designed for Vivids, for highly color treated hair. This is designed to wrap those color treatments in a protective coating and leave it with a glorious shine and really make those bright colors look amazing. And by the time it got here, I had already been using the Olaplex for 2 weeks and had lost the Vivids I had when I first signed up for this. However, I do have a bit of the Vivid still right up at my scalp, and that's where I don't have the salon under it, where it's just over gray, and in my bangs. And I will say, this does add a beautiful shine, and I think it has, since I've started using this, the Olaplex has not stripped more of the color from up here. It's gone down here, and you can even see some of the blue starting to peek out at the back here, which is the last Vivid color I used, and blue is almost impossible to get out. So this product does exactly what it says it's going to do. I just wish I had gotten it before the Olaplex so I could have seen it in all of its glory. It's just gone live just this week, and if you have Vivids, I highly recommend this. It's going to increase their life. It's going to increase the health of your hair. It's going to make them shine in a way that I have never seen my Vivids shine before. It's gorgeous and perfect, and 10 out of 10. So that's my hair category. I'm going to take a second and clear those off, and then we will do makeup and miscellaneous. So we're going to start with the two worst products I tried. First is the NYX Extreme Sensation Duck Plump. This is supposed to be a lip gloss that gives a slight shade and also plumps your lips. I got the shade Orange. It did not add a bit of color to my lips, not a bit. So you fail on that account. Second, it felt like literal fire on my lips. This absolutely burned. It didn't plump. I mean, I'm sure it did plump slightly, but I'm used to using a lip plumper. I use Buxom almost every day I wear lipstick. I know what lip plumping, tingling feels like. This was not tingling. This was fire. This was like I put something that chemically burned my lips. Do not, under any circumstances, buy this unless you have leather lips. It is a horrible product. This needs to be pulled from the shelves. I don't say that very often. I almost always find something positive. This thing is dangerous. Do not buy it. Do not use it. 0 out of 10. NYX, pull this off the shelf. Don't sell this to anyone else. Awful, dangerous, going straight in the trash. I kept it only to do this, and now I'm done. So yeah, hated that product. The next major disappointment was something I got from the TikTok shop. You know, sometimes I just go in and I click, you know, request, 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 and we see what we get. This sounded ridiculous, and I thought there is no way this can be a thing. And they sent it to me. It is the Unicos Lower Eyelash Stamp with Ultra Fine Eyeliner. It's literally a stamp that you're supposed to put under your eye to make it look like you have big, thick under eyelashes. Here's the thing. It's a rubber stamp. If you've ever scrapbooked, if you've ever used a rubber stamp, you know that the way it works is you put a very thin, squishy material under your paper. And by thin, I mean like super thin. Like a cotton pad is too thick. Very, very thin that will give you just a little bit of give that's not the table. And then you stamp it, and that's how you get your clearest stamp. If you've never felt lower eye skin, let me let you in on a secret. It's very, very soft, and if you're pushing where your eyelashes should be, right under your eyeline, the support underneath that very squishy skin is your eyeball, which has a lot of give. That means it is almost impossible to get a clear, fine line stamp out of a rubber stamp on that surface. You can't do it. They gave me suggestions. They said try putting powder on first. Powder does not change the anatomical formation of skin over eyeball. A rubber stamp is not going to work. You might be able to take a very thin pencil and hand draw lashes on, and that might do something. But if anyone is looking at you and has 3D vision, which means both of their eyes work, they're going to be able to tell the difference between a stamp that is flat on the skin and an eyelash that curves out from the skin. There is no way this will work on any person. This is a gimmick. This is a waste of money. Don't buy it. This is one of 2 items, technically 3 items I have ever gotten from the TikTok shop that I made a video saying, don't buy this. It's a waste of money. The one saving grace, and the reason why this is not a 0 getting thrown in the trash, is it's also an eyeliner pen, and it happens to be a fabulous eyeliner. So the stamp part is stupid as hell, but the eyeliner's great. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3 out of 10 because the eyeliner is that good. And you do get a stamp for both eyes, and you also get an ink pad that I will probably use for other stamps. Hell, I may even use the eyelash stamp for artwork in a journal. I don't know. Don't waste your money on this. There are other eyeliners that are just as good that don't come with all the other crap that doesn't work. 2 out of 10, not even a 3. A 2 out of 10 for the eyeliner alone. Every other piece of it is stupid. Those were the worst ones. Those were the ones that I'm just absolutely, this is crap, don't waste your money. This came in BoxyCharm. It's Allure. I don't remember which one it came in. It came in something. This is Beauty for Certain's Playa to Palazzo eyeshadow palette. Here's the palette. This is lighter than my skin, and I have the palest skin I've ever seen. This is exactly my skin tone. This is a perfectly lovely golden shimmer. These 2 are okay. They aren't super pigmented. They don't blend with other eyeshadows at all. The only saving grace is this is a nice gold shimmer. It's literally the only reason I have kept it. The other colors are useless and ugly. Well, not ugly. They're useless and unpigmented. This is a 1 out of 10. This is a horrible, horrible palette. Do not buy this palette. Beauty for Certain, I don't know how your other stuff is, but this was stupid. And this was my first exposure to this brand. I never even heard of it. I am keeping the palette because, like I said, it's a perfectly fine golden shimmer. And the darker 2 shades aren't awful. If I ever just want a hint of color and I want it to wear off within 20 minutes, then I'll go ahead and use it. 1 out of 10. I can't believe I'm putting a Lorella product in the I didn't like it category. I got one of the Lorella lipsticks. It is incredibly light pink. It looks darker on here than it is on lips. It makes my lips look like they're the color of my skin. I realize that's a trend for some people. Some people really like light lips. I am not one of those people. I was really, really hoping that unlike their lippy products that they are discontinuing, this would be very moisturizing. It's not. I'm not a fan of this formula at all. I don't know that I will ever use it. Unfortunately, I tested it out on my lips before I decided that. I will never test Lorella lipsticks on my lips again. I will put them on an artist's pad so that I can try them. That way I can pass them on to somebody if I don't like them. The only thing I can think of is if I'm ever in a play where I need to look zombie-like or sick, this would be a good thing to use. But like I said, if you like the pale lip trend, it's a good color for that. And they do make other colors of this. I'm just not a fan of the formula either. And I'm not a huge fan of the formula of their other lip gloss stick things. Matte lip gloss, I think it is. I don't know what they call it. I'm just, as much as I love Lorella's makeup, I don't like their lip colors. I hate saying that because I love them. I'm an affiliate for Pete's sake. The other lip product I got that I was so disappointed is the P. Louise Achieve the Perfect Pout Lip Base. I got chocolate pudding, which looks and smells exactly like chocolate pudding. I got one that was supposed to be kind of a rosy color that is the exact color of my skin, and then I got one that is super light that I put in the giveaway that I didn't test out. Formula-wise, I think they're great. They make a great base. They take a while to dry down, but once they do, they are a great starting point for other colors. I'm just not happy with the colors I got. I don't wear brown lipstick, and I don't think the brown enhances any of the colors of lipstick that I do wear. I've tried it under 3 different lipsticks at this point, and I have yet find a combination I like. The formula is nice, so I have hope. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10 because it has promise, and at least I like the formula. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it again, but if it shows up in another budget or mystery box in a different color, I'll at least try it. I have 2 more items in the actual lip category, and they are both lip liners. Now I'm the first one to tell you I don't wear a lot of lip liners, mainly because the trend in the 90s was to use like a super dark lip liner around a lighter lip stick, and I did not like that trend. I did not think it looked good on me. So I just never really got into trying lip liners. I have been. Now these are the Lorella ones, and I got a very much dark berry color and then kind of nude color. They are good for my lipsticks that like to go a-wandering, and I do have several of those. I like that these keep them in place. I'm also playing with using them to create more of an ombre effect, either light to dark or dark to light. The texture and the formula of these, I like them both. It's just getting in the habit of remembering that I have lip liners. Like I forgot today that I have lip liners that I should put on before I put my lipstick on. Just because I've never worn them. I like them though, they work. I'm gonna stick with 7 out of 10. I also got a couple of Beauty Vault lip liners in one of my boxes. They are almost the exact same color. So the box loses points for sending 2 shades that are damn near the same thing. This one is slightly pinker than this one. Formula-wise, however, I like these. The Lorella, like all of their lip products, are a little bit drying. These are very moisturizing. However, the Lorella does a slightly better job of keeping my lipstick from wandering, but these do a nicer job of blending with the lipstick and doing more of the ombre. So I'm also giving them a 7 out of 10 because both of them have features that I really, really like. And both of them are lacking features that the other has that I think if you could get all of it in one lip liner would be great. They also are pretty much the exact shade of almost every lipstick I wear on a regular basis. So I can't do, although they blend better with the lipstick, I can't really do anything ombre with these because they are the color lipstick I wear. We're still experimenting with lip liner. I'm on the fence. I'm kind of happy without it. I don't know that it's something I need in my life. Please, some makeup brand, convince me I'm right. Convince me that I need lip liner in my life. I was so excited that this was going to be in our Allure box. This was our color choice. It was the YSL, and I had in my head that this was going to be a lipstick. It is not. It is a really, really pigmented lip gloss, and it's definitely a lip gloss. It is not highly pigmented. You can see it adds a touch of color, but not a lot. However, it does keep your lips very moist. And I'm using the Lorella lipsticks a lot, and they tend to be very drying. So using them in combination with this has been a godsend. And since it doesn't change the color that much, it's been a really nice go-to, very moisturizing lip gloss. I wish it was a little bit more pigmented just because I like the feel of it so well. I would wear it probably every day if it was slightly more pigmented. It really makes me want to try an actual YSL lipstick. I'm very curious now. Plus the packaging is very, very elegant. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It does what it's supposed to do. It just doesn't do what I want it to do. Can we finally leave the lips behind? Are we done with the lips? The first thing that we're going to talk about is the P. Louise Babe I'm on Cloud 9 Hydrate and Illuminate Strobe Cream. Now, this is marketed as both a primer and a highlighter. I have tried it as both. If you use this as a primer, It is glitter. I mean, not like, okay, it's shimmer. Your whole face is gonna shimmer. You are going to reflect light from every direction. And that may be a look that you're really into. I am not. I will never again use this as a full face primer. No. Way too much shimmer for a primer. Now, as a highlighter, it's wonderful. It's kind of a subtle highlighter, which I really like for wearing to work. And P. Louise and subtle have not been things I have experienced much of up till now. But I really like this as a highlighter. It's not as, I mean, I'm wearing it today. It is not as attention drawing, but it still gives just a little bit of that dewy look. 9 out of 10. It's not a primer though. Don't use it as a primer. I got the cheek of it, a Flirty Flush of Color liquid blush. It's a very peachy color, but surprisingly goes very well with my skin. I'm wearing it today. As much as it's a peachy color, it absolutely looks good with my skin tone, which I like. It's one of these applicators, which I don't like. Texture-wise, it's very blendable. It's very buildable. It blends with other brands very well. It does everything I want a liquid blush to do, right down to the color. The only negative I have is I frickin' hate these applicators. They are impossible to clean and they just don't apply well. So you get a 9 out of 10 for the applicator. The third blush we got is an Ofra powder blush palette. It's got 3 shades. They're very soft and satiny on the skin. These go together very well. I even today used this because I used a blush bronzer instead of contour, and I used this as the powder blush bronzer on top of it. This I used as a blush. It gives a very light, springy look and just a little bit of shimmer you can add on top of it. This is my perfect blush palette. I don't need any other. This is lovely. Although I do have another one that I will be talking about next month because I just got it. I haven't even unboxed it on the channel yet, but I love this. This is a great trio. Ofra, this is my first experience with you and I want more. I am a fan. 10 out of 10. I did get the Bare Minimals Complex Rescue Bronzer. This is a red toned bronzer. I've only used contour, which are browns and grays. This is definitely a bronzer that is very, very red toned. It is a very dark red tone. Use a light hand, but look, my face has shape and it matches my skin tone. It's awesome. I will buy this again. Finally have figured out how to get my skin to look right with such a very, very red complexion. So, and Bare Minerals is a brand I have used. My mom used it, so I grew up using it because I stole her makeup. I love it. I want more. It is called a Kiss of Mauve. It is 10 out of 10. I want more of these. I want a wider variety. I want to try different shades. I want to try it as a blush. I want everything from this. Bare Minerals, I love it. I got the Tarte Shape Tape Blur Stick. Tarte took its fabulous concealer and put it on a stick, which makes it absolutely wonderful to just get right under your eyes or wherever you need it. You can have a very precise application. It brightens up your under eyes, and it comes with this wackadoodle little brush, which is great. It blends it into the rest of your skin gloriously. It absolutely lightens up those dark shadows under your eyes. The one complaint is this brush, if you've already done your eyeshadow, and I tend to do my eyeshadow before I do the rest of my makeup, you need something else to get right up under the eye line. I use one of those little mini beauty blenders from Lorella. Works fabulous, so I will use this to blend out the bottom part, and then I'll use the little beauty blender right up next to my eye. But this thing is magic. It makes me look like I've had a full night's sleep, even if I stayed up all night, which I never do, but I always look like I'm tired in the morning. This makes it look good. I love this, I love this, I love this. Have I mentioned I love this? A 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 just because it's a little wacky shape, which I can't get right up under my eyes. So let's transition into other brushes, because I did get 2 sets of eyeshadow brushes, one from P. Louise and one from Lorella. P. Louise is the creme de la creme of brushes as far as I'm concerned. Every brush they make is fabulous. It fits the purpose. and it is the perfect mixture of soft so it feels nice on your skin, but firm so it applies the product well. These eyeshadow brushes were no different, 10 out of 10. If you can't afford P. Louise brushes, I highly recommend Lorella's higher end brushes. Lorella has a whole range of brushes of every price point, whatever. These are the best Lorella brushes I have ever used. They're the blue ones. They are a little less firm than the P. Louise, but they are just as soft, and they are fabulous. I love these. These are 10 out of 10. These are 9.5 out of 10. I mean, they are that close. They are wonderful. I love them. P. Louise and Lorella, if you need brushes, there you go. Shades by Shan also makes a fabulous brush that I would probably rate also a 9.5, just slightly below that P. Louise. But before we get into the eye palettes, I want to talk about the last product I received that is not an eyeshadow palette, and that is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. I was sent this as a trial sample on TikTok Shop. It doesn't have the kind of brush that I love. The packaging is very elegant though. It is an excellent tubing mascara. It definitely gives you that length. I think it works a little bit better on my lower lashes than my FanFest, but overall I still like the FanFest slightly better because that helps your eyelashes grow. I have noticed a difference where this one doesn't. It's a very hefty package too. It's very heavy. This has become my second favorite, which means I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. But I got 4 other palettes, 2 Lorella and 2 P. Louise. These are my first P. Louise ever. So, first up, I got in my mystery box an On the Pole, which is one of their Christmas editions palette for the eye and face. And it is a beautiful nudes set, but it's got enough variety. You can do some really cool looks with this. And I have experimented, and I will say the darks are a little too dark for me to wear to work, but I do use them for other purposes. I love that there's a shimmer for every, shade. It is a lovely set. I have used this quite a few times already. I will be honest, I have not tried the highlighter yet. I have no doubt the highlighter is fabulous because it looks like a good color. I just haven't, I forget it's there until I start doing my eyeshadow. I'm like, oh crap, I've already done my highlighter. I don't need to try this. But I love this palette. It's a good color story. My one thing, if I had to have one thing, this is a little light, but it's good for like when I get my eyeshadow a little high up and I want it to just kind of go away a little bit. This is a nice thing to use. This is a little red. This is a yellow brown. This is a yellow brown. This is a red brown. This is a red brown. They're not in the same family of browns. It's like she just picked 4 browns that she liked and shoved them on there. This one and this one don't mix real well. These two mix okay. These two don't mix real well. These two don't mix real well. And the shimmers are kind of the opposite. This is a very red gold, but it goes with a very yellow. That's just weird. This is very, very red. Doesn't quite match that. It goes better with that one. This is pretty yellow. It goes okay with this one, definitely, but it's shade-wise, it should be more here. And this is just the best brown shimmer I've ever seen, and I love it, and it goes with everything. I want a palette that I can just, like put this in my purse, and I don't need anything else with it, I can just pull it out and touch up. If I'm going like from work and then going to meet my husband for dinner, I can just pull this out, give myself a little bit of a shadow eye instead of the clean look I had at work, and run with it. And I can't quite do that because these colors don't all work with each other. They're very pretty, they just don't all work together. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. This was the first of the P. Louise palettes I pulled out. I pulled out the second one after. When they say their eyeshadows blend like nothing else, they're right. Their eyeshadows are absolutely top of the line. They are amazing. Everything I have heard and thought about them is absolutely true. I adore their eyeshadows. The only thing that this one gets graded down on is the color story. I like my palettes to have a common base color. All right, up next, this technically came in the March Lorella monthly box, but I didn't have a chance to test it until April. And this is their Iconic Metallic Shadow Palette. And this is if you like doing shimmery eyes, you need this palette in your collection. It has every metal. It has golds, bronze. Now their colors make no frickin' sense. Like this pretty gold up here is called Totally Silver. No, that's gold. I feel like the names are not next to the colors they're supposed to be. And if you look on the back, it looks like, I don't know. But this has every metallic color you're gonna want. It has that red bronzy color, it has that deep, deep gold, it has a bright gold, a medium bronzy, a real light, almost yellow, it's got silvers, it's got the black, it's got rose gold. Every metallic you want, shimmer-wise, is right here in this palette. This palette is amazing. It's been fabulous for, I've used it a couple of times for the Guess What Crystal, inspired my eyeshadow, and it probably won't get a lot of use in May's because I will reveal May's theme here since I started yesterday. May's Guess My Eyeshadow theme is flowers. Metallics don't really work well with flowers, so this probably won't get seen a lot. However, I know it's going to get use in June, and I know it's going to get a lot of use in August. June is my birthday month, so I have picked a theme that is very near and dear to my heart. If you watched my rant, Get Ready With Me Wednesday, they're related. And no, I'm not doing Disney princesses, but they're on the same theme. So this will get used a lot in June, and August will be a return. It'll be Crystals Part 2, so this will get used a lot then. I love it. And since we're here, I said this was the very first giveaway for the May box. I made a mistake, and I got 2. So the first thing I am adding to the May giveaway is an entire palette. Now I do want to warn you. It got a little crunched up in shipping, but it has not been used. It is unused. Some of the colors kind of got loosened up. So I will package this very, very carefully to try to keep it from getting more damaged, but this is the first item in the May giveaway. If you want to try Lorella eyeshadow, all you have to do to enter is fill out the form linked below. It's going to ask some very basic information, like what is your email address so I can get a hold of you. I promise I will only use it if you win. And the only emails that will have, like, I only have one email. If it doesn't come from nightandbell@gmail.com, it ain't me. And I will email you from that email if you win. I also need to know what video you're watching. You're watching the April product roundup. What did I add? I added an entire freaking eyeshadow palette. And I need to know that you're subscribed to me because this is only open to subscribers. You don't have to be a member of my channel or anything, but you do have to be following me because I do this partially because I love you guys and partially because I need subscribers. So you help me, I help you. Seems fair. This month is going to be United States only. I'm sorry. You have to live in the United States to win. And I am doing that because I lost my job in April and money is very tight this month. I do have a new job. I did start it last week, but Wolf and I don't know exactly what our new budget is going to look like. So I can't afford international shipping this month. I'm sorry. Hopefully in June it will go back to open to everybody, but that's just what needs to happen. So over 18, following me, live in the United States. If you are under 18, go grab your mom or dad, have them watch, have them enter, and then steal their makeup. I'm not encouraging you to steal from your parents, but I am saying there's always a workaround. You also have to be following me on the day that I draw this, and that will be it'll be the day before the first Friday in June. I don't remember exactly the date, but there you go. That's the first official item. I have already filmed something else, so there is already something else in the giveaway. It just hasn't aired yet, but it will. The next palette I got is the one from this month's Lorella subscription, and that is the Matcha Shadow Palette. I was so excited to get this one. It was exclusive to the April Lorella Fam subscription box, which is too late to get now. However, I know they have some left over. If you really, really want this palette, here's what you do. You go get one of their live boxes and you tell Alex, I really, really, really love the matcha palette. Are there any left? He will find one if there are any left, and he will stick it in your box. Because I know he was giving away a few of them for his birthday, which was a couple weeks ago. This is a gorgeous, one of my favorite color stories in a palette ever. It's all the shades of green with a little bit of browns and golds. I love these. The shimmers are beautiful. These will absolutely get used all month long because every flower's got a stem. So I know that several of these will go into May's floral Guess the Eyeshadow. As for blendability, it's Lorella. They blend like a dream. I own like 20 of them. Trust me, I'm a fan. And if you would like to get any of the Lorella eyeshadows or any of their other makeup, I am a Lorella affiliate. And I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate if you would click on the link that is also down below that takes you to Lorella. Use the code Night and Bell to get 10% off your purchase. That's good for everything except live boxes, which is the only way you can get this palette. But if there's anything else you want, you can get 10% off. And I'm an affiliate, so I do get a little bit back for that. I appreciate that. Anything that we make goes right back into the channel. So that's how we get all these great things and how we're able to ship them out to you and do giveaways and all that fun stuff. So thank you all for supporting the channel. The last palette I got was from the P. Louise budget box. The March budget box, which ships in April, was the birthday box. And this palette was fabulous. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, nope, get in that box. That's the one I have been waiting for. The one, if I'm going to spend 50 bucks on a box, it has to be the one. And this was the one, which makes its failings such a bigger disappointment. I'm going to start with how it failed. You see that? You open the top, that's still sitting there. When I got this, this was filled with these little like doohickeys that you put on top of cupcakes, only I'm assuming they aren't edible. Unfortunately, the adhesive that they used to glue this to the lid sucked, and the little jimmies got underneath the tape and then got out, and the tape got loose. And for most people who got this box, when they actually opened it, this part stayed there and the jimmies went everywhere. Luckily, I had kind of peeked. I knew that was going to happen, so I opened it so that they didn't go everywhere, although I still am finding some in random places. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm taking 2 points off of this palette score simply for that. It was so easy to avoid. And P. Louise always blows their packaging out of this park. They are known for their creative and inventive packaging. And it wasn't just me. This failed in probably 50 to 75% of the boxes of people who got it. So for their packaging to be so awesome and cool looking and fail so massively is not like P. Louise at all. So I'm knocking 2 points off for that. Now, it is a double layered palette, which is awesome. You've got all of these teals and purples on top, and then you've got pinks and browns underneath. This is a fabulous catch-all palette. It's beautiful. It's got lovely spring colors. It has shimmers. It has mattes. It has whole ranges. You can make so many different looks from this palette, and I love that. However, every single shade, and I haven't used all the shades on here, but every single shade I have used, the color it appears on my skin is not the color it is in the pan, and that makes it very difficult to plan looks. Like my Lorella, with my Lorella palettes, whatever color it looks like here is what it's going to look like on my skin. That is very, very consistent with Lorella's palettes. Now, I will also say this P. Louise palette, the color it is on here is the color it is on my skin. That's not true for one of these. They're all either a little lighter or a little darker, a little more blue, a little less blue, a little pink, a little... There is no rhyme or reason, but they all look different on the skin than they do in the pan. And that makes it so difficult to plan a look. Now, the shimmers are beautiful. The blendability is amazing. The buildability, like where you can make it more and more intense, it's pretty good. And I'm kind of like, I'm figuring it out. But there is such a learning curve and such a difference in color shade. I gotta knock a couple points off for that, because I don't think that is normal to P. Louise. Like, I feel like this particular product just does not live up to the P. Louise standard. It's gorgeous. I love it. I use the heck out of it. This will be used so much this month in the Guess the Flower That Inspired My Eyeshadow, because they are such beautiful floral colors. But I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that the mirror came off and I lost the sprinkles. I'm disappointed that I'm having to do some guesswork to see what the colors are. I adore P. Louise. She is the reason I got into makeup. I cannot give this higher than a 5. And that breaks my damn heart. I don't want to give my favorite makeup company a 5, but I can't say something's great just because it's got her name on it. I watched people who got theirs before I did unbox it and talk about the problems, and I'm like, oh, they just hate P. Louise, they just hate P. Louise. And then I got it, and I don't hate P. Louise, I love her. This is not her best work. And that's it for makeup. On to the last category, the miscellaneous category, where I put anything else I got that wasn't makeup, skincare, or hair care. And there's a lot, and it's kind of weird. So let's get started. Up next, I have the Intimate Rose Mayo and Di Chiro Inno with ashwagandha and vitamin D. And specifically, this is something that is supposed to balance a woman's hormones, specifically in the lower regions. And it's also something that is somewhat good if you have any hormone type issues that tend to throw that out of whack, like perimenopause, like PCOS. I have both of those right now. I have noticed a little bit of a difference. This is gonna get real female TMI, so if you're not a woman, skip through the next minute. My discharge is more consistent, and I am not having as many issues down there as I usually have. I also have not had a cyst burst since I started taking these. I don't know that that's because of those or because it's lucky, because I have gone 6 months without cyst bursts. I have gone 6 hours without cyst bursts. It really varies. Now, it says take 4 capsules a day. I'm not. I'm taking 1. 4 is a lot of anything to take in a day, and I take a lot of pills. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a tentative 8 out of 10. Okay, the next pill type thing I was sent was Femina Nighttime Fat Burner for Women. I had to do a UGC, which user created content video for this. Is it working? Yes. It is curbing my appetite. I have noticed I am continuing to lose weight at the same rate that I was when I was taking the semaglutide injection weekly, which I can no longer afford to do since I don't have insurance. This has continued the progress, so yay. In the content I had to create, it was required that I showed my stomach, which I did not like. But yes, somewhere out there, there is a video of me showing my stomach, saying these are great. If you ever see it, I don't want to know. but it's out there. Another user-generated content that I got to do this month is the First Day Woman Supercharge Multi-Gum Drops. Again, I haven't had blood work. I can't prove to you that my B12 is finally where it needs to be. I can't prove to you that my potassium is finally where it needs to be. I can tell you those are problems that I have had for years. I can tell you that I know the vitamin deficiencies I have tend to lead to exhaustion and being very, very tired in the daytime, and I have not been lately. So as far as I can tell, these vitamins are doing good, and I am getting the vitamins that my body needs more of. They don't absorb enough of in a normal, healthy diet. Then that just comes with PCOS and perimenopause and rheumatoid arthritis and everything else that I deal with. My body doesn't process things correctly, so I have to give it extra. And these seem to be doing a good job of that. So I'm going to go. Plus, they taste good. Like, the one complaint is you have to take 2 of them, which isn't really a complaint. That's just a annoyance. So 9.5 out of 10. I think these are doing great. The Walmart box also gave me Dove Advanced Care Dry Spray in the cucumber scent for deodorant. It says it's 72 hours of control, to which I say bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. It lasts about 8 hours. I don't like the smell. If it lasted even 12 hours, even a full day, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., I would buy it. But if I put this on, when you get up in the morning, I go do my, normal day stuff, and then I come home and I do my home stuff, and by the time I'm done at home, I'm starting to smell the unpleasant smell, and I need to reapply something. So basically what this has become is I apply the deodorant I know will last all day when I go to bed, which sounds weird, and then I will spray this on in the morning, and those, between the two, they keep me covered, and I have a little extra coverage when I'm at work. I will not be buying this again. I will say this has convinced me that I do like spray-on deodorants, so I will be trying spray-on deodorants. 3 out of 10. From the TikTok shop, I got the Yara Roll-On Perfume. If you don't follow me on TikTok, Wolf really likes this perfume. This is the one I made into a perfume spray using moonshine. Wolf loves this perfume, and if you're looking for a perfume that drives your man crazy, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Alright, I did finally get to try the Lorella Eyelash Cleanser. It got the residue off of my false lashes. It did what it said it would do. It made them look like new, so does what it says it would do. I just don't use it often enough. 10 out of 10. Alright, another thing that I had to make a video of, and I'm damn proud of the video I made for this. I think it's really cute. I should post it here. Basically made an adorable little video talking about how amazing this is and how it makes your dog's breath smell so much better. Our dogs don't really have a bad breath problem, so I can't say as I noticed a huge improvement. They were a little better. It did help their tartar, it did help their plaque, their gut. Yeah, their farts still stink, so I don't know if that's part of gut health or not. I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10. Had a brand randomly contact me out of the blue through my email and say, hey, we really think you would like our product. Can we send it to you? If you like it, tell people, and if you don't, tell us why. So it was sent to me in true PR, and that is Ohora. These are semi-cured gel nail strips. I have them on right now. I used to sell Jamberry, I used to sell Color Street, those. Jamberry was vinyl nail strips you glued onto your fingers. Don't do that, that's bad for your nails, it tears them to shreds. If you don't have acrylic nails, it's going to destroy your nails. Color Street is semi-dried nail polish, and it comes off with nail polish remover. It's the same as painting your nails. It's great. I love it. They have some cute designs. It's cool. They've completely changed how they do things, and I'm just not in that world anymore. Gel nail polish is supposed to last longer, be a little bit more firm, and it stays on your hands, like it protects your nails more. I just don't have the patience to do it, and I've never had the little light thingy. I love these. This was super easy to do. I got it done right the first time. I love the little light lamp thingy. It stays on just long enough to cure your nails and then turns off. It's really small, compact, can travel with you. It plugs in to a USB drive. I love these. And I've looked at some of the other designs they have. They have some of the cutest designs, including some with moons, and I absolutely intend to get some myself. So I've had them on for a week now. Unlike nail polish, they are not chipping away at the edge of the nail. They're doing fabulous. I have no freaking clue how to get them off, and I just realized that. I'm very hard on nails. I'm the first one to tell you I am super hard on nails. They're standing up to it. 10 out of 10. Thank you for sending me those. I greatly appreciate them, and I look forward to trying them more. Wolf and I got to try out a game. It's a drinking game. It's called Influencers Anonymous. It's designed for large groups, but we figured out how to make it work for 2 people. And basically the way it works is you ask a question like, what would I need to take a selfie in front of? A, an expensive car, B, a private jet, C, wings on a wall, or D, bottle service nights. And everybody who's playing tries to guess what your answer would be. If they guess correctly, or if all of them guess correctly, you have to take a shot. If anybody guesses wrong, they have to take a shot. So it's a fun little drinking game. Wolf and I adapted it so it was just, you know, whoever got it right took a shot, or whoever got it wrong took a shot, and if you got it right, the other person took a shot. We had a lot of fun. Wolf got very, very drunk, which surprised me because I didn't feel like we drank that much, but he's trying to be like, oh, we're not. Yes, he was.
I wasn't drunk.
Okay, whatever's between tipsy and drunk, that's what he was. But we like the game. It's a fun little party game. It's a fun little drinking game. I got it from the TikTok shop. No, I didn't. I got it as a user-generated content, but it's on the TikTok shop. I like it. If you're looking for a quick, easy, fun game, this is it. I can't believe we are down to the last item. But the last item, I will tell you, is actually in the giveaway, which is part of why I saved it for the last item. And it is Grande Cuvée by Vacation. If you've never heard of Vacation, they're a sunscreen company. However, they're a sunscreen company that is known for their scents, and their standard scent is very reminiscent of 80s sunscreen, like that tanning oil smell, which if you're a early millennial, late Gen X, you know that, and that just takes you right back to summer. So it smells so good, people were like, hey, you should turn that into a perfume. So they did. And then they made like an after sun aloe vera gel, and people were like, oh my gosh, this smells so good, you should turn that into a perfume. So they did, and these perfumes went crazy. They sell as well as their sunscreen does. Well, they made a sunscreen that has, it's supposed to smell like a day on a yacht, and they call it Grande Cuvée. And they decided to make that into a perfume too, and that's what this is. It's supposed to have notes of argan, amber, chardonnay, cedarwood, vanilla bean, cognac, peach eau de vie, sun-washed sails, sun-kissed skins, and sabered champagne cork. Half of those are not real smells. Sun-washed sails. What the hell does sun-washed sails smell like? Sun-kissed skin. What the hell does that smell like? Sweat? I don't know. So one, they're making up scents here. Two, there is not a damn drop of vanilla bean in this. No freaking way. I also did not smell the cedarwood, maybe a little cognac, and I did not smell the amber. I applied to try it before you could buy it because cognac, amber, cedarwood, vanilla bean, those are smells right up my alley. None of those smells are in here. However, you are going to smell the peach. You smell the chardonnay. It's a very fresh, somewhat floral, but mostly fruity, but not the fruits that I like. Cause like I like a fruity smell, but this is like citrusy fruit smell, like peach. And peach is not a smell I'm a big fan of, but I recognize a lot of other people are. So, did this smell like how they described it? Not really. If I'm going by the notes on the back, I would say they got a 5 out of 10. Now, perfume smells are very, very subjective, and I know that. I don't think this is a bad perfume. It doesn't smell nasty. It smells really nice, just not the type of nice that I want to smell like. And it's missing the notes on the back that I like. It's missing the amber, it's missing the cedar, it's missing the vanilla bean. And those were the scents that I was excited about. So I've used about 7 sprays of this. Like, I was required to wear it for 7 days. And it could just be how it lays on my skin. Those scents may not come out because they may not lay on my skin right. So the full bottle minus 7 sprays, and this is a full size 1 fluid ounce eau de toilette. This is in the April giveaway that I am about to draw. This is a $65 perfume. You're getting all of it except 7 cents. I hope it is a scent that you really love. Now, I'm about to cut to Editor Bell to do the drawing so that you can watch my screen and see how I do it. Before I do that, I want to remind you of everything that is in April's giveaway, because there's a lot. So you're getting the Goldie by Steve Madden perfume sample. You are getting one of the P. Louise lip bases in the shade, Butter Queen. You are getting the P. Louise lip base in the shade Butter Queen, brand new, never opened. You are getting the Berry Cool Tint Jelly Blush from Lorella in the shade Flush. I have the whole collection. I adore these. They are fabulous. You are getting a Lorella lip liner in the shade Fire. This is one of the ones I have. Again, great formula. I just have not figured out how lip liners work yet. You are getting a vitamin C foaming cleanser with a little scrubby brush. I have the green tea one and I love it. That scrubby brush is fabulous. You are getting one of the Dew of the Gods under eye patches. Did I not? Did I really not? I can't believe I didn't do that. You know what? Screw that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in one of the golden eye patches as well so you can test that out. Because that's not right. I can't give you one and not the other. So you're getting a couple of eye patches. You are also getting one of the Lorella matte lip gloss things. Yeah, in the color Blanche. You're also getting the $50 Vitamin C Papaya Enzyme Scrub that brightens and renews by Rodale that we got in our Allure box. And then you are getting a Bayside Deep Collagen Wrinkles and Lifting Mask. You are getting a Lemon Brightening Mask. You're getting some pimple patches by Hero, and you are getting a green tea bubble mask. So 3 masks, 2 eye masks, pimple patches, an almost, basically full $65 perfume, a never been used $50 vitamin scrub, a brand new, never even been opened vitamin C face wash, P. Louise lip base, another perfume sample, a lip liner, a lipstick, and a jelly blush. You are getting so much good stuff. Do we want to see who's getting all of this good stuff? Editor Bell, why don't you let us know? All right, everyone, it is time to see who won the April giveaway. I've got everybody's name, username on the wheel as many times as they entered, and let's see who gets it. Kyanchi, let's make sure you're following. All right, there she is. We are now mutuals, and she is definitely a subscriber. So Congratulations, Cayenne. I will be reaching out to get your address and get this box sent off to you. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you to everybody who follows me and watches my videos. It means the world to me. So y'all have a nice day.